Protesters are declaring victory, insisting their camp-out protest won concessions from the university. 3 weeks ago, there were 5 protest encampments in the Boston area, but by the time this week began, the only camp-out left was the one at Harvard. WBZ's Louisa Moller is live in Cambridge, and so Louisa, in this case, police were not required to clear out the camp.
Paula, no arrests, no yelling. In fact, there's a quiet community event for protesters and their supporters going on behind me, but there's still a little bit of tension. Harvard Yard is still closed, and on their social media, protesters wrote that Harvard serves as, quote, the rotten heart of a dying empire. As you can imagine, community members here are split about this outcome and what could happen next.
We've seen images like these all over the country. Police shutting down pro-Palestinian encampments at Emerson, at MIT, at dozens of other colleges. But at Harvard Monday, it was the protesters who took down their own tents and rolled up mats, piling belongings outside Harvard Yard in trash bags. None of the protesters would speak with us, but in a statement, the group Harvard Out of Occupied Palestine said the end came due to negotiations with the university. Quote, as a precondition for decamping, administration will retract suspensions. Administration has also offered us meetings on disclosure and divestment. Harvard's interim president, Alan Garber, offered a slightly different story, saying the university will address questions about the endowment and will ask that the schools promptly initiate applicable reinstatement proceedings for all individuals who've been placed on involuntary leaves of absence.
What made this different?
Yeah, I think this really speaks to Harvard's values and Harvard's commitment to all the things that it says it represents, like looking for the truth and for open inquiry.
Harvard political science professor Ryan Eno says the path forward for the university must include open dialogue.
I don't think discussion is ever, and saying we're going to have discussions should ever be thought of as giving in.
But some, like Harvard alum Rotem Spigler, don't feel that way.
Honestly, giving them more leeway and more leverage, this will just get worse next year because, when you teach kids that if you scream loud enough, you get what you want, you're only going to get louder screams next year.
Now, moving forward, the university says President Garber will meet with encampment participants for further discussions. Live in Cambridge, Louisa Moller, WBZ News.
Louisa, thank you.